Okay, welcome to the Algebra Skills Worksheet. Actually, this should be called the Algebra Expressions, right? So it's Algebraic Expressions Worksheet. So that's what this whole page is algebraic expressions. So it's just letters, variables, and numbers put together, separated by addition, subtraction, and things like that. But the one thing that it doesn't have is there's no equal sign. So we're not doing algebraic equations, we're just doing algebraic expressions, simplifying, plugging numbers into them, all that good stuff. So the first 6 problems are just writing an algebraic expression. Then we are simplifying the different algebraic expressions. So we have simplify and evaluate, which means find the answer. So here we go. The first one, 7 increased by x. So we have 7, and then we're increasing it by x, so we write plus x. If you wanted to, addition could be switched around, so you could write x plus 7. So either answer works. So what I need you to do now is do the next 5 questions. Go. Okay, so here's the answers you should have come up with. P multiplied by 3. Well, to me this looks really weird, so we don't want to write it that way. We write 3p, like so. There's nothing in between because that means multiplication in algebra. So we don't do this with the dot. We don't do 3 times p either with the x symbol. We just write 3p. Okay, n less than 7. So you could actually interpret this 2 ways, 7 minus n, or n is less than 7. But the way that they kind of wanted you to do was to interpret it that way. This is the opposite, n less 7 is just subtracting 7. 10 plus the quotient, quotient means fraction or divide, a number and 15. Then the next one is the sum of 4 and a number. So it's 4 plus a number. So we'll use a number n, or you could again switch it around and say n plus 4. Either way would work on that. Okay, the next section, you're plugging numbers in. And you're doing that for the whole next page too. So here we go, plugging numbers in. So it's going to be -3 minus, and then in parentheses we're putting a -6. So we're taking away the y and we're putting a -6 in for it. So it's -3 minus a -6. So it's -3. A double negative is actually plus. And then 6 plus -3 is 3. Your calculator will do that as well. You could type in negative, if you need help with it, with the calculator, you can actually type in -3 and then minus a -6. Notice the negative is a smaller amount of pixels, so it's a little higher and smaller, right? And then the answer would be 3. Okay, so try these next 3. Go. And here are the answers. -3, and then -6 would actually be 3 plus 6, which is 9. This one would be -3 plus a -6. So this would be 3 minus 6, which is -3. And the last one here is 3 times -3 minus 2 times -6, which would be -9 plus 12, because a double negative multiplied together is positive, so the answer would be 3. 12 minus 9 is 3. So those are the answers to these problems. Okay, next page. Next page are substituting in. So we're just substituting in. -5 gets put in for x, and then we cube it. So it's -5 times -5 times -5. So use the parentheses, -5, and then cubed. So use the arrow key right there, and then cubed. So then you get negative 125, negative 125. All right, let's try 13 together. 4, you're taking the p out and you're putting in negative 3 squared plus 7 times negative 2 cubed. And I'm going to type this into the calculator. So this is about typing it into the calculator, seeing if you can type it in correctly and be consistent to make sure that you have the right answer. And to the third power. Okay, so it's 4 negative 3 squared, 7 times negative 2 is equal to negative 20. So the answer to this one's negative 20. All right, so that means there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 problems on this page. Go. All right, and here are the answers. So it's negative 5 squared. A negative 5 times a negative 5 is 25. If you use the calculator, you have to use the parentheses, otherwise you won't get 25. Number 14 is negative 4 times 3 plus negative 3, which would be negative 12 minus 3, which would be negative 15. The next question is negative 4 to the 5th power minus 5 times negative 1. I don't have 4 to the 5th power in my head, so I'll use the calculator. To the 5th power, and then that would, a double negative right there would be plus 5. So negative 1019. Negative 1019 is the correct answer. Okay, the next one here, we're going to do 2 plus 5 times negative 1. And the inside always gets done first, so that'd be 2 minus 5 is negative 3, so it's negative 3 cubed. So you can use the calculator on this as well. Negative 27 is the final answer. The next one, we're going to do E. We're going to do negative 3 plus 7. That gets done first. And then we raise it to the 4th power. So it'd be 4 to the 4th. 4 to the 4th is it 256? 4 to the 4th. Yes, 256 equals 256. Okay. Then the last one here, it's negative 11 plus 4. That gets done first, then it gets squared. So it's negative 7 squared. And then negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. And again, if you use the calculator, you have to do the parentheses, otherwise it won't give you the correct answer because you won't square it correctly. All right, so now this page here is all just distributing and simplifying. So we'll do a few together, and then you get to do the rest on your own. So we distribute, we multiply through the parentheses. So 2 times x means 2x. 2 times 6 is 12. All right. We're going to do 3 times this, 3 times that. So it'd be 3f plus 6. Then some of these you get to do twice, right? Now this is tricky. You always multiply before you add. So like the order of operations, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So you're going to multiply first. So you get 8x minus 3 plus 7. Then you put together the numbers. So it's 8x, 7 minus 3 is 4. So that's the answer to that one. All right, so let's do it by side. So do these problems here, 20, 21, 24, 25, 26. Try those first. And here are the answers. So you're going to distribute, and we're going to get negative 40 plus 5b. So distribute through the parentheses, that's that one. Negative 3/4 times 12 would be negative 9, and then plus 12d. So they're taking 3/4 of each of those. And then 6h plus distribute, 5h minus 25. We add together 11h minus 25. Down here, distribute, we get 2a minus 8 plus 15. We add these together. because they are numbers. So we get 2a. 15 minus 8 is 7. Okay, the next one here, we're going to add. We get 10c minus 4 plus 13. The 13 and the 4 go together. 10c plus 9. Okay, now we're on the back side. Are there any on here that look kind of tricky? Oh, there's a couple here we got to put the ends together. Or the different letters, put them together. So it's a little bit different. Like down here, we're going to do this times this times that. So we're going to get negative w plus 4w plus 12. So then the w's can go together this time. So we put together our like terms. So our like terms, the things that are alike, go together. Like that's what they say in algebra. You put your apples with your apples and your oranges with your oranges. We put your w's together. So we get 3w plus 12. All right. Is there another one? I think all of them are pretty straightforward. Let's do this one here. Distribute. So negative 4d plus 6 plus 2d. So that's 6 and then 2d. So we put the d's together. So you have a negative 4 and a positive 2. Well, that'd be negative 2d plus 6. All right, try the other ones. All right, so here we go. This times this is 0.8x. This times this is 1.6. That's the answer. Next problem, you're taking half of each of those because you multiply by 0.5, so it'd be x minus 2. The next one, we multiply, we get 8r plus 32 plus 7. We add those together, 8r plus 39. Then we multiply, we get 15x plus 12 times 5 is 60. Half is like 0.5, so we get n minus 2n. We put the n's together, so we have 2n and then 1n, right? The 2 is negative, 1's positive, so it'd be negative 1n or just negative n minus 2. And the last one, you take half, and we get 6n minus 4. All right, and there's the worksheet. Boom.